Hey everyone, welcome back to Bucky's Customs. Hey, in this video we're going to make a project that is so simple, it is unbelievable. One of the easiest laser projects that I have ever made. And I'm also going to reveal the real truth to why I make videos. So stay with us. Oh, and I can't go any further without saying thank you to this week's sponsor, Sienci Labs, the makers of the Longmill benchtop CNC, just like this one and this one that we have here in our shop. Go to their website, cnc.com, and check out this awesome machine. You'll be so happy you did. And with Christmas fast approaching, what a better gift to get your loved one than a Longmill MK2 from Sienci Labs. So check them out. Now let's get back to this week's project. Okay, so I said in the beginning that I was going to share with you one of the easiest laser projects ever. And I'm not joking about that. This thing was so easy, it blew me away. I'm going to make some coasters, but I'm going to make them from slate. Now, I haven't really ventured off onto other materials besides wood. And, you know, it took me a while to step into this and be honest with you, what made me get there was Christmas season, trying to make gifts for people. I thought, you know what, that's not a bad idea. So I clicked Amazon, found these coasters. They already come with feet. And I'm telling you, I got a dozen of them for less than 20 bucks. And I said, let's go to the Longmill, open up Lightburn, and let's get started. Okay, so let's open up Lightburn and create a file for our coasters. The easiest way to do this, as you can see, let me start by saying my Longmill is a 30 by 48. And you can see the workspace that I have here is like 46 inches by 30, almost 32 inches. So, and I am set up for absolute coordinates. This is the mode that I predominantly work in. And what that does is that allows us to, no matter where we put anything in here, Lightburn is going to go to that and carve it wherever it is. So you need to place your material wherever you build your project. So how I determine that is when I do projects like this where there's several copies that I need to make, I'll make a square. And we're going to do that. Go up here to the size, and we're going to make it a 4 by 4 because that is the size of our coaster. And you can see it changed the square or the rectangle to a square, and it's 4 by 4. Now I want to focus on that square for a second. I want to make the start point the bottom left, and I want to come over here and I want to place it in my workspace in a specific spot. So we're going to do 8 inches on the X, 8 inches on the Y. And you'll notice it moved our square. Now, my coasters are like 3 7/8. It's a lot easier to calculate the position of this or the position of what I want to put inside this by having a whole number. So that's why I use 4 by 4. And this is now going to be our coaster work area. So we can blow this up a little bit and click off, and it's selected. Now you can see over here that it creates a cut layer for it. So what we want to do is I want to go to 150. I do not want to do fill. I want to change this to line, and I want to make one pass. Okay, click OK. You can come up here and preview, and there it is. That's all it's going to do. And basically what you want to engrave this on is either your wasteboard or you could put a piece of paper down in the general area, let it cut a hole in that paper, or you could put another piece of wood down on top of that, let it engrave on that wood. That way you can place your coaster in the same place every time. So you build your project within this square and you place your coaster on the square on your table in the same spot using absolute coordinates. Your project will carve there. So once you've done that and you picked your way of doing that, now you can bring in an image and or create text. Most oftentimes it's text. So you could come over here to your text tool and you could type whatever text you want to put on your coaster, whatever saying you want. Now, in my case, I went ahead and went on Google and I searched funny coaster sayings, and it brought up thousands. And I basically got my ideas from there. I had a couple of my own that I did create, but I got my ideas from there. And you can also put images on coasters as well. Black and white images, line art images generally work better, but you know, you can put a photograph on there as well. So I just didn't do one in this case, but I'm gonna do an easy way of doing a coaster here. I like the font on this image, so I'm gonna drag this image into my workspace. I have it on my desktop. I'm just gonna drag it in. Now, it automatically brings it in as an image. Now, you'll notice in this image there's a darker background. So if we come up here to our preview, you can see it's gonna carve the dark background. We don't want to do that. What we want to do, and what you ran to remember is everything on a coaster that the laser touches turns a light gray. So it's all one color. There's no lights and darks. It's all one color. So you want to keep that in mind. So everything that's dark is going to be carved, and that's pretty basic. You know, that's what makes this very simple. So text works perfectly. So I love this text. I love this saying. I'm going to put it in the middle. I want to set the coordinates to the middle, and we're going to split the difference here. We're going to do 10 by 10 and whoops, 10 by 10, and there we go, and it puts it in the center. Now I want to select the image because we need to convert this now from an image to a line. And how we're going to do that is we're going to right click and do trace image. And as you can see, Lightburn puts vectors around the image or around the text. I'm going to delete the image after I trace and click OK. So there is our vector file created for us in that font. Now if you already have the font and you know what that font is, of course you can use your text tool. I don't have that font, don't even have a clue what it is, so tracing the image is going to be much easier for me. Now, as you notice, it came in as a line. It automatically went to the black layer, which everything does until you tell it to go to a different layer. It went to the black layer, which is the same as our border layer. We don't want that. We want to put it on a new layer. So I'm going to put it on layer 1. And you can see the layer 1 is blue, and it makes the color of the text blue. So now we can edit that particular layer. And how we do that is we come over here and double click, and I'm going to run these numbers work for me. They may be different for you, but they work for me. I did 100 and I did 50 for a power, 100 inches a minute. And we're going to do one pass. I'm going to click OK. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to change this to fill because I want to fill everything in between the vectors. And then you can see over here there's an output column. You want to change the line to no output and you want to make the blue. You can see how it changes color. You want to make that what you carve or engrave. Now I want to clarify what I said earlier. You can do pictures. You just need to work with that picture a little bit more than you would for text, or like line art or something like that. Because keep in mind that slate is not like wood. It cannot be shaded. So wood, you can give a lighter burn and get a lighter image, a higher burn and get a darker image, but with slate it's all one color. So what we have to remember is that when we do an image, we have to pick an image that, first of all, you need to create a black and white image, and this image needs to be conducive to turning into a negative, because you have to invert all the colors in order for it to even look close on slate. And but it can be done. I will try to do a video in the future on doing images on slate, but it's a little bit more involved than just doing text or line art, but it can be done. And basically that is it. Right now you can come over here and save your G-code, or you can run start. If you're connected directly to your machine right now and you want to carve right from Lightburn, you can click start. When you want to do another one, all you really need to do is you select this one. I just move it out of the way. I deselect the output. I bring in a new file and start over. I make that file another layer, and we just work our way out and simply carve different ones or carve all the same, whatever you wish to do. But that's pretty much it for Lightburn. Yeah, so the real reason I make videos, it might surprise you. I started this YouTube channel over 2 years ago in March of 2020. And I started it at the beginning of the pandemic and not really thinking about it, but you know, it's probably a blessing that I had the thought in my head at all, because it gave me something to do while we were all on lockdown. And you know, it was a scary time of our lives. A lot of people got sick. A lot of people are no longer here. And it was pretty scary. But, you know, that is something that, you know, we will never forget. And which brings me to why I make these videos. And I have 2 daughters. I have 4 grandchildren. I have a beautiful wife. And although my wife knows what I'm doing, and my grandchildren and daughters know what I'm doing, I'm thinking of future generations. I'm thinking long beyond that. What in the world are they going to say when they say, who is my grandfather? Who is your grandfather? And, you know, this is a way for me to leave something for them. And, you know, thankfully, technology is at a point where, you know, these videos are going to be here forever. And I think it's a great way for my grandchildren to show their grandchildren or their children what their grandfather was like. And that's why I do this. So the easiest ever, come on. Came out awesome, I think. I really had fun doing these. The possibilities are endless. And these are so easy to do. They're already cut. They already have feet on them. They are non-slip feet, and they're cleanable. You clean them up, and they're durable, you know? So what a better gift. Everybody uses coasters, right? We all want to protect the wood projects that we do make. So yeah, pretty cool. So hey, if you like this video, go ahead and click the like button. It really helps us grow a lot. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. I really appreciate that. Click the notification bell. You'll get notified when I post another video to YouTube. Thank you so much for watching. Everyone have a Merry Christmas. Be safe out there. Yep, I think I'm gonna make a bunch more of these. Thank you, Mr. Longmill.